And we've got some breaking news tonight in a case we've been following here on Closing Arguments. It involves a couple recently married that were murdered. Their bodies were found August 18th of this year. There they are, Kylen, Schulte, Crystal Turner. It was a horrific case, shot and killed at a campsite in Moab. It's near Moab, Utah, right around the time when Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie were in the area. But now we're getting information from the Grand County Sheriff out there saying they've identified a suspect. Adam Pinkusiewicz is his name. That's his picture, but they're not looking for him tonight. That's because shortly after these murders, Adam Pinkusiewicz took his own life. I want to bring in a couple of special guests joining us by phone tonight. We've got with us from Moab, Utah, Kylen Schulte's father, Sean Paul Schulte, and the private investigator hired by Kylen Schulte's family, Jason Jensen, with us. Welcome to both of you. Thank you so much. Sean Paul, how are you doing tonight, and your reaction to this news?
Vinny, we did it. Thank you, Vinny. We did it. JJ, the sheriffs, the tips that came into my clue booth, dog coming to help put pressure. I can't tell you, Vinny, I'm floored. We did it. We did it, Vinny.
This is a huge development tonight. Jason Jensen, your thoughts about how all of this came together and what details you know tonight?
Yes, thanks, Vinny. It all really started with the hard work that Sean Paul did initially, all on his own, when he opened up and manned a clue booth at Swanee Park here in Moab. People were coming to him, giving him clues, like 37 of them, and Adam was one of them. And so what was interesting about this, if not for the stories of a creeper dude at the campsite, this guy really stands out because he was a co-worker at McDonald's where Crystal worked, and right after their disappearance and murder, Adam takes off and doesn't even bother to pick up his final check. So that's a red flag in any homicide.
Yeah, Sean Paul, I can hear your excitement tonight. Explain to the folks at home, because we cover so many of these unsolved cases, the difference for you tonight, knowing who your daughter's killer has been identified and will not be harming anyone else, is no longer around to hurt
Vinny,
anyone, what this means.
Vinny, look, it's unbelievable. I'm on cloud nine. I do not have to face him in court. He's already been sentenced to hell. The girls are now resting in peace. And I already am starting to heal, Vinny. There was a strain and a stress that was crippling my heart with cramps, like as if I wasn't drinking water. And it's lifted, Vinny.
You know, Sean Paul, as Jason Jensen pointed out, it was your love, your passion, your determination that did this. Please, can you send a message out tonight to other families who have unsolved cases to give them a sense of hope and a sense of motivation tonight?
Absolutely. Keep the faith. Go open a clue booth. Find yourself a private investigator. Put the number out there and let the public tell you something that they might not tell the sheriffs, and just see what happens. And oh my goodness, Vinny, I can't believe the families, the friends, Moab. We're inviting everybody to go up on Moab's mountain and have a party.
I'm so glad to hear your voice tonight, Sean Paul. Jason Jensen.
Well, nice to hear yours too, Vinny.
Absolutely. Jason, we always say someone knows something in all of these cases. And in this case, someone knew something and someone said something. It's the second part that is so difficult to get people to come forward and provide the information and give that name and give that tip. But the feeling for everyone involved in this is, I'm hearing euphoria tonight, Jason.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't see this really coming. We came down here to Moab with Dog the Bounty Hunter, expecting to at least put in a full week, not knowing what the outcome would be by the end of the week. So here we are, 48 hours into it. The case is being announced as solvable. They have their suspect. There's not going to be any charges, but they just have to build up their case to give everyone final resolution that there's they'll make a determination at some point that this is a closed case because so-and-so was likely the perpetrator.
Yeah, and what have you learned about him, Jason?
Well, there's really not much to really share with everybody because much of the information about Adam Pinkusiewicz is really unknown to the rest of us. He was only here in Moab for like a few months. So he was transient in the first place. So it wasn't a Moabite, but he was here long enough to, become familiar with his victims. They worked together. And so he worked with Crystal, who was in a lesbian relationship. His boss was in a lesbian relationship. He felt that there was disparate treatment at the workplace because he thought Crystal and Kylen got preferential treatment. That is not rational. That is not, a healthy mind.
Not at all.
God said all along for 9 months, the end result is going to be severely mental.
Absolutely. Okay, this is what I want you to do, Sean Paul, tonight, as we're looking at these beautiful pictures. Tell us once again about your daughter, and then finish with a message to her. First, tell us about her, and then send a message to her about how you're feeling tonight.
Well, Kylen and Crystal were amazing. They were bright lights. They both worked full-time jobs. They struggled with trying to find a safe place to live, and that's something that I'm going to push for in the future, Vinny, is my Sunny Rose Housing Foundation. So that, because Vinny, I feel like if these girls were locked safely in a home, they might still be around. But the girls were a super bright light. They came out of the darkness, both of them. They met each other. They fell madly in love. That light has shone brightly all through my family and Crystal's family and Moab. Vinny, I'm just on cloud nine tonight. But let me just say that those girls were wonderful, and that it's my mom's birthday today, and that Mom was right months ago when she said, Moab, keep that light bright. And I feel like now the light is brighter, Vinny. I feel like Moab can go to teacups and swim. I feel like Moab can go up on the mountain and camp again.
Absolutely. Sean Paul, thank you so much. I'm so glad that we're able to do this because the case has been solved. Jason Jensen, incredible work by you as well. What passion you bring to these investigations, and our best to both of you, and we'll speak again down the road. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Court TV.
Thank you.
All right, folks. Wow. Unsolved case, solved. Thank you for your help. Whoever gave that tip, God bless you. We'll be right back.